Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Welcome to the Wonka experience.
Welcome to the wanker experience.
Where apparently Thrask is going to commit violence because that's all I see in chat.
Yes.
I know.
Apparently
Just
that
go,
is my
"Well,
main strategy now.
Why would I want him for my lawyer?
That's all
I
you've
like
ever
that.
done.
Yeah. Your Honor, if I may interject.
You're right, I take it back. I want him as my lawyer.
Oh god. Copyrighted sound effects.
Okay,
Scare me.
it's less than 10 seconds. It's fine.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Is the
No
map-
one play it for more than 10 seconds.
No, the map is not the core we're in. The map is the temple they were in last time, where Ica like completely destroyed the king.
Oh, good. That's the court.
It took us 2 weeks to get over the burns that were applied there.
Hell yeah. And now I feel like Ica's going through puberty because throw is not working.
Oh boy.
Guys, I am becoming a man.
There's only one thing you have to do then. Don the mustache.
Don it. Oh, must
Your
grab.
Honor, I'm here.
Finally.
Just have me like voice over you for a while. It's like, Your Honor, it is I, the vessel of Saren.
I'm tired of playing this charade.
Aren't you tired of being nice? Don't you just want to go apeshit?
Your Honor, society.
I'm like trying to like mute myself and have it talk like while you guys are doing it, but I'm just screaming into a mic and my throat's dead.
Oh no.
Objection! Oh my god.
I've given them some toys in the soundboard to play with.
Yeah.
Oh, do I have that? Open.
It's in.
sound.
I put it in mine, so as long as you still have the thing, you should be able to use it.
Hopefully my stream deck works. I set up some sound bits from our Discord as hotkeys, so let's see.
You don't have it? No. Okay, hold on. Let me put it in the. Oh, will it? Wait, will it work if it's in? Oh yeah, it'll work if it's in this server. Okay, hold on. Let me put it in this
Okay.
one.
Sweet.
Okay.
Give me the biddies.
Sounds like it.
Give me the bitty sound, Daddy.
Oh.
Hate it.
What have you done?
This is no longer Law and Order. This is Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
All right, there we go. I put them in this server, so that should be all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, I see him. Cool.
Order in the court. And the Manan Lodge. Number 6 with extra dip.
Oh boy.
Artola.
Oh. Yeah, I'm assuming Ica went back to his uncle.
Yeah. I would say so, yes.
I said, fuck the government. I'm gonna go back to my thieving family member.
This is like how I
with my friends who have no idea why Marty's in jail. That'll be a fun conversation. That'll be a great thing. We should have that. We should have a talk over tea, guys, or coffee. I'd prefer coffee. I don't really like tea, but I'll grab tea for you.
So, Uncle, about the heist, it went good.
It went well.
It went.
You went. Sure was a heist.
Half of it was flawless.
So, do you know how to escape?
So,
Or it's just
we've
like,
raised the city.
You might have seen the tail end of it. I believe you were there.
What's this?
Honestly, better than I thought it would go. You know, like,
To be honest, that's probably going to be his opinion. Hey, we're not all dead.
yeah, there you go.
Except that guy, and that guy. Oh, and that guy.
Okay, we
That's
don't look at
fucked.
that. Don't look at those guys.
They just bring the ashes of the guards to the court, except for these three guys. They're fucked.
Dear God. Just blow the ashes, Your Honor.
Shit! There was early evidence.
Wait, that didn't go over as well as I thought it would.
Why did we just lay them out like that? That was stupid.
Oh no, their ashes are going in the water. They have now become mud. No!
Oh no.
Oh my god. Alright, so, last session. In the midst of the center of the city of Brizo, during its most tenacious moments, you managed to fight back the... Thank you for the 1,000 biddies!
Oh my
you!
god!
Well, I'm just gonna have a seizure while I continue. You managed to take down the invasive corruption of the water elemental. Sorry, the water leviathan that had pierced through the center of town and unfortunately taken some of the civilian lives. You assist. Oh my god, I'm a barcode.
You've deleted.
You managed to. Ica managed to fall from the sky and live thanks to everyone's efforts in that. With was it your golden dragon? I think it was. Your golden dragon.
Yeah, summoned to defeat a chicken.
Summoned to defeat a chicken that was the Leviathan. It was then plane shifted by Azalea.
So that's someone else's problem now.
Yeah, exactly. You managed to assist the king in opening up the portal to find the age-old captain of the guard, having locked the entrance away. To which then Ica's plan came to fruition when the city began to rumble from underneath. And was raised to the surface by the dragon turtles of the land. Oh my god! Another 100 bits, thank you! Ah, fuck.
Oh my god, Silica. Why are you the way you are?
That didn't last near as long.
Yeah, I was expecting that to go on way longer.
I guess that's the difference between 100 biddies and 1,000 biddies.
Itty bitty titties. Okay, what else? I'm trying to think of what else happened. It was just nightmare. Oh, yes, the king ordered his mages and himself to head to the actual center of town to raise up as much. Oh my god, sorry, so many things are happening right now. Oh god, Pip's gonna go off now. Oh god.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. This entire time I didn't realize that in-game music was happening, so I was still listening to like really upbeat jazz as you were having these conversations. I'm like, "Oh, this is really nice."
Anyway, the king headed off.
Yay, thank you, Silica
Oh, for
1
God.
then 05. Jumps around excitedly. 1,000 cheers for you! Maya, Pips, and I will make sure Evildoerz rewards you for your
I'm
kindness
still getting
with
used to the
treasure,
soundboard.
and not with evil tricks like he usually does. Grumbles under breath. Stupid evil king. He ruins everything good.
What is whip? Oh my god! Kinky.
You're welcome. I threw that in there.
That's that.
Anyway,
Someone wants to find another book.
with great sacrifice, the king offered up his own crystal waters to re-raise the shield his father had raised over the city once long ago. To then he retreated to the palace to rest. Then was met with Ica, who destroyed him mentally, and Mari was guided down to the prisons which had just been invaded, and is presently sitting inside one of the cells.
Yeah, who would have guessed that the gut wound would not be the most grievous injury the king would suffer that day?
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I thought I was the one who knew vicious mockery.
Very nice. So, it would have been the dawn of the next day, or at least. Do you want it to? Do you actually no? We'll say. Oh god, thank you for the 95 bits. We'll say because I imagine you want to go to the places and do your thing. So we have Marty in the prison underneath in his dank cell. Ica, you would have left the palace heading towards your uncle's location.
Yeah.
Brask and Azalea, you were just leaving the palace after being escorted out.
So we left before Ica did, I believe. So I would imagine we would have, unless Azalea had anything else in mind, we would have converged back on the uncle's house as well, since that's kind of our de facto base here.
I mean, Azalea will probably just be following Thrask at this point, so she can't remember where anything is. It's not a tree.
It's not a tree.
But yeah, I would say Thrask would suggest heading back that way, just because it's been a long day, and I'd say some of us are getting kind of gassed on spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed. It's like, ooh, I am low.
Yeah, you took the brunt of those hits there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you begin slowly heading down through the city. I changed the map for that. Doo-doo. God, I've got so many rooms now. Yeah, you begin heading down through the city from the palace location, heading down through the center of town. As you do, obviously, this the evening sun setting, as does the shining lights coming through the crystalline shielding. You see around you people still huddled around, some helping some of the less fortunate who have had their houses and stuff crushed, and basically the end tale of the chaos that was ensued for the day. As you begin to head on down through to the lower parts of the city, which remains shockingly less touched due to all of your quick actions. But yet still the feeling is mutual across the whole city for once. And you begin heading on through the through the back alleys and everything of the bleached areas, until you end up on a familiar sight of the broken down house of Dunnett.
It's slightly less broken down after I mended half of it with my tongue.
I never thought I would. That's not a sentence.
It is a sentence. It just happens to be a very strange one.
Folks, have you ever wanted a tongue game so strong you can just fix it with it?
Billy Mays here for.
I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, are you gonna say you wanted Azalea to tongue you too? Because I was gonna say that.
What the?
Wait, that's not what you said.
I was gonna say I can fix him. But
Oh. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
hold on.
There we go.
There.
Oh, right. Sora.
Oh, roll for ducks. Right, you're right.
Point.
Is that
How many
working
ducks
yet?
will we cross on our path to
Oh, yeah,
Dunnet's
that's still
house?
not working for some reason. Maybe I need to have it up. Hold on.
I might need reconnecting, but I don't know because it's been a very long time since we touched the program.
Hold on. Let me just get rid of that for a second.
Trying to think when was the last episode it actually worked. Well,
It was about 4.
I was about to say 3 or 4 episodes ago.
Yeah. Normally, like, I have a button that I can use to open stuff, and like that will work. But I don't remember if it's Q or a different one to reconnect to Twitch or not.
Yeah. Okay, it's not working. All right, I'll just do the normal, basic bitch one.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The ducks are on holiday. You were underwater for so long.
Actually, that's a good way of getting away with it.
81. That is a substantial amount.
Holy
Oh.
shit!
I have
Should I
no
start?
idea how I'm going to tie that in.
Yeah, a flock of ducks immediately come to the barrier now that a new thing has come up.
A young mermaid boy drops bread for the first time on the surface, and 81 ducks just surround him.
Among the chaos of the inside and the even more chaos on the outside, the natural life of the sky seems to be untouched. When settling upon the top of the new crystalline shielding, you see 81 ducks making it their
Wow.
home.
Oh, that's gonna be a bitch to clean off. I just thought about that.
Not our problem.
Well, we get some windshield wipers.
Now you say that.
Oh God, no!
Community service.
Shit!
Yes. Anyway, you're face to face with Donna's house. A little while later, Ica, you begin heading on pretty much the exact same way directly to Dunnett's house. You know the way like even better than anyone here, so you managed to make it within a very similar sort of time. So you begin approaching and turning the corner, and outside you see Thrask and Azalea standing, staring at the outside of Dunnett's house.
Is Grunkle there?
You're on the outside, so you don't know yet.
Oh, okay. Ika's just gonna kind of silently walk towards the door without really saying anything to them.
Okay. You forlornly head down, feet dragging, head on to the same route that you've taken for most of your life. You begin to push the door open, and the familiar squeaks ease your mind very slightly as you open it and see a not so pleasant sight of your uncle knelt down, bent over, trying to clear up any of the mess. And he gets up and turns around, holding every single piece of memorabilia that he's ever picked up, and just turns around and sees you standing there. He instantly drops it all and runs on over to you and like puts his hands on your shoulders. And it's like, kid, you're safe. What happened up there?
A little bit of a lot. Can my friends come in?
Yeah, of course.
Ika's gonna assume that he left the door kind of like wide open so they can hear him.
Yeah, I think I would just motion for Azalea to come on in with me.
Yeah, Dunnett approaches the door and sees you two, and just kind of like puts his thumb up and his to get it. It's just like, you guys get in here. You're making this place look too good. Come on.
Sorry?
Why is he angry? What did we do?
I don't think it's anger so much as we'll talk about it when we get inside.
Azalea's confused and just walks in, but behind Thrask.
I think he just appreciates his privacy more than anything.
Well, yeah, you head on in, and he closes the door behind you, and begins walking with you through to the living room. The whole place, ironically, looks tidier than it's ever been, although that might just be compared to the mess that is now the outside of it.
I guess I'm gonna sit down on like in a chair next to the table that they were sitting on before and look around and be like, "Are you leaving?"
He kind of cuts all our heads on over and sits in his usual chairs. Leaving? Oh, no, I ain't going anywhere. This is my place.
I've just never seen it this clean. I assumed you were packing up.
He's like, just his usual kind of like nonchalant answer when you know he doesn't really have one.
Yeah.
So, and he'd done it, looks around at all three of you. Safe to say it didn't really work, huh?
Well, yes and no. Some things did work, other things had a much different outcome than we would have hoped for.
He kind of kneels forward and puts his hand like on his head. He lifts up the squid that's on his head and scratches like what's left of any hair up there and then puts it back down. Okay. You suddenly upheaved some things. That's for sure.
That's certainly one way of putting it, considering the whole city has been upheaved. Like, in a physical sense, like maybe in the metaphysical sense, but I'm sorry, go on.
Yeah, what happened with that? And he's kind of stumbling over his words. It's like you were going in to talk to the king, and now the city's up here. We're being attacked. We're not under the water anymore. What is happening?
Well, the barrier was gonna fail, and water was gonna rush everybody out into the ocean. So I had, Boku and all the other dragon turtles lift the city. Besides, eventually, the creatures from within the water would have gotten through. It's probably safer for everyone if they actually help out on the surface.
He kind of puts his hands through his hair and just kind of gives like a... Well, you made a decision. And I'm proud of you for that. I don't know if it was the right one, but if you truly believe is what will save the rest of us, then that's good. I'm glad you've made change. Speaking of, where's your big friend?
He got into some trouble.
What kind of trouble?
I guess just gonna look at Thrask and Azalea and try not to show any sort of real signs of emotion, because he doesn't really know how they'll react, and he'll just look back at him and be like, he, in what I'm assuming was a weak state, ended up killing 3 of the guards. I couldn't stop him because he told me to leave. I had no idea he was going to do that. When I came back into the castle, he was ready to take on everyone else, too. I had to stop him. And then Caspian took his own life. I didn't even have time to... Anyways, he's facing trial. So, we gotta figure out a way to... I don't know. Get him out of there? Or defend him. I don't even know. He's guilty for his crimes. He did kill them.
He gets up and kind of walks on over to you and kneels down in front of you and just gives you a hug. And then
Ica
begins.
returns the hug and just kind of looks at him and says, part of me doesn't know if we should let him out.
Look, you've all been through a lot today. And he looks at over all three of you. The city needed change. You've all been through a lot, and it's unfair to put this on your three shoulders. This is something that all of us here need to do. We're all a part of this. And yes, look, you three should rest for today. Okay? You guys are more than welcome to stay here. You guys need to get a good night's rest, and he looks over to all of you. How long do you have?
The king wants us to stick around for at least a few days. At the moment, he thinks Azalea and I are separate from Ica in all these events that have happened. He wants to reward us, and he still seems unsure of what to do with Ica. And then there's Madi's trial. I would imagine they would all coalesce around the same time. So we've got some time to figure out what to do next.
Look, I've known that guy, the king, since he was a wee little starfish kid. He may be ignorant, but he's fair. And he may have lost himself, but hopefully this will have helped him find himself again. We'll see what we can do about your friend, okay? Now, get some rest, everyone. We'll figure out what we're gonna do in the morning. And with that, he gets up and he kind of holds your hand, Ica, and begins to kind of like walk you to your old room that you would sleep in.
Thras just kind of puts an arm on Azalea's shoulder and just kind of give a look of concern about how Ica's reacting to all this, but kind of relents that we do need to rest for the night as well.
Azalea's got her fists clenched and is very like she's unusually angry, but she is trying her best to just not show it.
And can I get I mean, I could probably see the fists balled up.
Oh yeah, and like when you clench your fist hard enough, your arm shakes. Yeah, that's Azalea right now.
If I put my arm on you, I probably could see the tension. I'd just be like, Azalea?
Mm-hmm.
I sense there's some tension within you right now. Do you wish to talk about it?
I would like to hit something.
Well, I'm sure Dunnett would not want to have anything inside his home hit. Is hitting something the only way you can resolve these feelings you have?
It's the only way I've seen other people resolve the feelings they have.
I see.
How else do you solve when you get the urge to punch something?
Well, sometimes punching something can help when you have no one else to sort it through, but if you do have someone that is willing to help you, sometimes expressing your emotion and talking it out can also help you find relief in the moment.
I don't have words for how I feel, though.
Well, we don't always do. But sometimes nothing needs to be said, and sometimes you just need someone to be with you and sit in those emotions until you can find the words.
Dayla's gonna she's been staring at the door Ika's gone through earlier. They shouldn't have to deal with that. Not at that age.
I agree. For goodness sake, none of us should be going through any of this. I mean, we've been given a astrological task, but regardless of whether we feel like we should or shouldn't do it, we are here. Ika has been through so much, and we have to be there for him for whatever happens.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna not be as angry, grumpy. I don't know how I don't want to be this, but I will. I'm gonna try stuff later.
While you guys are talking about this, by the way, Dunnett has closed the door and he heads back. You kind of see like the light shining from the back of him from the opposite room. And you can kind of tell he seems very slumped and his shoulders are down and his eyes are very narrowed as he walks in through, and he stands behind his chair and puts both of his hands like gripped on the end of it. And he kind of looks at both of you. What really happened in there? I don't care if you guys are the new gods or whatever. That's a good kid in there. He shouldn't have to be going through this. Where were you when this went down?
Our group agreed. We only know as much as you do right now. But when we were doing this operation, our group agreed to separate things into two halves. Zelia and I would complete our mission of breaking an individual out of the prison, and Madi and Aika would make their way into the main palace to do their mission.
And wait. They were supposed to wait.
Something had to have happened in there that changed things.
He kind of releases tension on the couch and kind of just lets out a huge deflating sigh and kind of puts his head down and kind of just swings it about a bit and then looks back up at you. Listen, I'm sorry.
It's all right. This is a stressful time for everyone involved. Everyone. It's rather unprecedented, really. No one really knows how to handle it. But we do our best to try and figure it out. I only just learned of what happened with Aika and Madi and how things shook down in there, but something tells me that there's more to it.
Okay. Is it so wrong that I just want that kid to have a few years so he doesn't have to have this level of responsibility? That kid hasn't had a day in his life where he's not had to think of somebody else. And now he's got the Saren in him, and it's not fair. He's lost his mom, now he's lost his dad, which was a piece of shit as he was.
Wait, was his dad one of the guards?
You don't know?
No, we were in the prison. We don't know anything that went on there, and we know Ike's home is here, but we don't know anything else apart from the little bits he's actually told us.
He goes around the side and sits in his seat. Look, I didn't know where he had gone. I didn't know where his father had gone. All I know is he was some higher politician or something. But when he came in just now and said Caspian had been killed, that is Ika's father.
Said Caspian took his own life. Like, what would drive a man to such a point?
Azalea's gonna punch the wall.
Roll me a strength check.
Yes! Strength check. Where's trying to figure out where that is. Oh, is it the top?
Top
Oh.
left, I guess. It depends on how you have your screen set up.
I got a 1. It's a dirty one, but it's still a 1.
I'm not seeing the roll.
Oh, I think it's because I'm using different browsers, so it doesn't show up properly on Roll20.
Okay, so it's not a nat 1, but it's
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
have,
it
do you
was
have
a
minus 1 to
minus
use?
-1.
Yeah, I have -1.
Okay, well it's not a complete one. Okay, okay, it's not a nat 1. All right, you go to punch like the closest thing to you, which you thought the wall was close to you. However, it's a bit further in than you notice, and you kind of go to punch something, but you kind of just punch the through the air and just kind of fall to the ground.
I thought you were about to say she punches Thrask.
No, it wasn't a nat 1, so
Right.
That would have been funny.
that would have been the case if it was a nat 1. It just kind of looks over as like, yeah, no, I get it.
I don't want to break your house.
Thanks. I don't want you having to do whatever it is you were doing the other time to fix it. That was weird. Look,
Fixed it.
and I appreciate that, but there's rumors around the people. Look, just sit down.
Zayla's just gonna sit like a child, legs straight out on the floor, just slumped.
While you do that, Dunnet goes in, gets up and goes into the kitchen, and you hear a few like clinks and clanks, and he comes back out with some dirt, some like surprisingly okayishly clean, sort of like almost like shells, kind of like not like it looks like a normal shell, but kind of like goes up a little bit more, so kind of halfway between a mug and a sake bowl, filled with some kind of clear liquid, and he puts them down, 2 of them down in front of you, and he takes one as well. You can tell by the smell of it, it's very clearly alcoholic.
Hmm.
Azalea's gonna down it in one go.
Oh no!
Thrask is like, well, I've had cactus juice before, and he's gonna drink it too.
Okay, Azalea, roll me a constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
Come on, you're hardy. You got this.
That one. 12.
Okay. You neck this down instantly. And by Dunnett's face, you can tell that's not something that you should be doing with this specific drink. You feel it go down the back of your gullet, and you could feel it burning as it kind of settles down and begins kind of like erupting your stomach very slightly, but then kind of just fades down a little bit, and you're kind of left with a very almost like absinthe sort of like taste at the like licoricey taste at the back of your throat. This is and Dunnett just kind of just looking at you like, huh, my kind of woman. And he pours you another one.
I accept this punishment. He's gonna skull the next one.
Oh no!
Roll me
Oh
a
my
constitution saving throw.
If I just did it and I've already forgotten where it is. 16.
All right, you feel it again go burning down your esophagus, but this time it's not so bad. You're kind of getting used to it a little bit. Thrask, to be honest, you come from the land of like sun and fire, so like this is like nothing for you. Like, yeah, you're used to this shit. And Dunnett begins like taking a few in. He kind of sits down and begins contemplating again. Look, I would love to say I would love to do this and fix this without Iker involved, but oh my god, that kid's as stubborn as his mother. That ain't happening, but I want to try and get it done as much as possible without getting him involved. Do you have any ideas of what we're gonna do? You said we got a couple of days, and considering how the King's state was and how everything in the city is, I think we've probably got at least 4 or 5 days.
Sounds fair. Really don't know how Ica's going to feel about not being involved. I mean, they were the ones that apparently raised the city with dragon turtles? That's insane! Like, I knew we could speak to one, but multiple at one time?
Kid, as weird as it sounds, Kid was pretty much raised by him. I mean, I did my fair share, of course, but, you know, all the good stuff,
right. Of course. But, yes, with things the way they are now, I would say many things are scrambled at the moment, so it will give us a little bit more of an opening to do certain things. Ica says that he's not sure if Madi should be released, but the fact of the matter is that Madi is essential to what we are trying to do in the land right now. We still
He can't stay there forever because the orcs are gonna need him.
But Madi is also an orc that is bound by honor as well. He would want to serve out his sentence, but it would need to be... If we wanted to go about this the fair way, we would need to prove that his actions were in self-defense or justified from whatever may have happened in that castle there, and that there is a much greater evil that was overlapping all of this.
Yeah, but even that isn't going to... Unless the gods were doing something terrible.
Right.
Because if you... I think if there was one, it might be okay, but there's more than one, which I'm trying to figure out how that would have happened.
Well, if there was more than one, only they said 3 were killed, but there had to have been more for him to at least go into battle, so there could be witnesses to what have happened.
Well, we saw him, right? When we were waiting outside. Did he look injured at all? Like he put up a fight before the big water fish turned up.
It was a bit of a distance away, but I don't remember seeing any injuries on him.
Do you think they'll let us into the castle to talk to him? I mean, probably not tonight, but
Maybe not. Well, we may not be able to sneak in like we did before. Or if we did, it would be much difficult without the help of the others that helped us out the first time around. I would imagine security would be even more tight at this point.
well, I don't think breaking the rules would help our case.
But what if there was someone who was already in there that could help? Because remember, Kay Colrez was going to be available to run any kind of distraction that we needed. So he must have found a way in to the palace, without being detected. What if he was able to do some kind of investigations as to what happened?
Yeah? I mean, he's smarter than I am.
Well, there's book smarts and then there's street smarts, Azalea.
I don't grow in the streets. I grow in the trees, so I am tree smart.
Tree smart, yes. You have much tree smarts.
Yeah.
Well, now, in Kay Colrez, I would assume is more on the book smart sense, but he has been involved in the streets, I would say, in certain ways. If he is as secretive as he is, he might be able to help us out some more.
Wait. Who had the sending stone? The talkie stone. They called it send. Was it sending?
It is sending stone, yes.
No, I'm asking as is earlier.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought we gave that to Mahdi.
Oh.
So if he wanted to get in touch with Kay Colrez, he could, if he wanted to.
I mean,
At
we
least-
Kay Colrez has his house. Would he be in his house?
He could be, yes.
Should we check? Maybe, I guess. Do we bring Iker or not? I don't want to leave him out.
Right. Well-
So it might be better to ask maybe tomorrow.
A part of me feels like as much as we try to protect Ica's going to be forging his own path regardless.
Well, he's the next one that's gonna be leading these people, so we can't
mean-
give him our ideals either, because it's not his ideals. He's got to figure that one out.
I mean, the whole idea of him using the dragon turtles to bring the city up, I mean, that was not from any of us. That was his own plan.
Oh yeah, he's very water smart.
Oh, yes, exactly. But Ica did what he thought was best with the information that he had before him, and he cannot be blamed for that. And so far, we're only in the waning moments of it, but he's fundamentally changed this city, hopefully for the better already. His actions and ours have brought forth corruption that has been seething in here for a long time, and now the people will have to find new ways to deal with the life that is here in the surface. But that is one thing that we use Kay Colrez for help. Another thing that came to my mind. Back during that scuffle when I was trying to help the king get into that giant chamber while you all were dealing with the elemental, I got the door open, but that captain of the guard, the bad guy that had met us when we first came into the city, he was there, like trying to do something with devices that were inside the chamber. I think he had blocked the door so no one could get in. And I heard the king say specifically, that is not our captain. So he knew that that was a fake. If we could find whoever the actual captain is and get his perspective on things, that could help alleviate things for Ica as well.
We can ask Dunnit and Ica. I know Ica made friends with some people while we were walking around town.
Right.
But I don't know any of them.
Well, he kept mentioning, various different names, to be honest. It was never the same name twice. I heard Zenny and Denny and Frenny and, I don't know if those are all different people or all the same one. I'm hoping it's the same one.
Oh, I thought he was friends with someone who had lots of children all at the same time.
I mean, if you're going to name your kids, I guess it would make it easier if they all rhymed. But, yes, Captain Sek, I believe, was the bad one. And something ending in any was the good one. So if we could find out where this person is, that could help us out as well.
I think Ica was upset earlier when he walked off by himself. So I think he needs to be able to help. So I think it might be worth us waiting till tomorrow or when he's ready, and not keeping him out of this conversation.
Yes, as much as you want to protect him, Dunnit, I think it's best that he is still involved in this to a point.
He kind of swills his drink around a little bit and just... As long as it's his choice.
Right.
I'll punch anyone who doesn't give him a choice. I'll hit them too. I won't miss.
He snickers a little bit. Okay. I think it's time we all hit the hay. And he gets up and kind of takes your drinks as well, and begins kind of walking in and to the kitchen and cleaning them up. And he kind of yells back a little bit. It's like, "There's a room to the side back there. You guys can crash in there."
Azalea, you going to be fine in a standard bedroom, or do you still want a tree to rest in for the night?
I'm gonna sleep on top of the roof.
Well, you would get a genuine view of the stars that way, now with the barrier as it is.
Yeah, I think Aerolith would prefer it that way too.
Very well then. I mean, I can't make the choice. It's Dunnit's choice, really. But I will take the side room if that is all right.
I'm sorry, go on.
I just love, what is a roof but a very flat tree?
Like, Pat is right about it.
Like, am I wrong?
I mean, when you break it down, it's
When you break down the fundamentals, okay.
Uh-huh.
See, it's tall and it's got Well, it doesn't really have leaves, but it's
Dear
a dead
God,
tree.
this man's a genius. What's he doing in this prison?
Not guilty.
This man is lit. Anyway, yeah. So you head on off to the side room. As you enter on in, it pretty much mimics the rest of the house. Very worn down, very sort of like dank and dark, and with only a little bit of like a kind of like a basic like put together shell light for the only light you've really got, and some of the now moonlight coming through the holes in the ceiling. An oddly comfortable looking bed that seems to have been oddly well maintained is all that really kind of grasps you. Then there's a few a side case and like a bookcase with very little books on it and kind of more just empty bottles. Azalea, you head on outside, and as you do, you kind of see, as you look around, you kind of see a few different people actually, a few more people like out in the streets, kind of staring in the kind of like up to the sky, and looking at the stars. As you begin to clamber your way up onto the roof, you find yourself kind of like a nice little dip where the wood has kind of like bent in a little bit on top of the big shell that's on top.
Hey.
Right. We'll move on over to Ica. I summon thee.
All right, getting back. Here we are.
I shall be away.
Okay, Ica. Having snuck out of the house successfully, way back at the start, you find yourself being guided down the staircase in the palace towards the prison by none other than Blenny, as he guides you on down, looking rather tired and worn down, but oddly kind of like giving off a more confident air than he's ever had that you've seen. As you begin heading on down, you kind of come towards the stone casing exit to sort of like what was a pool of water, but now is nothing more than kind of like empty, kind of like almost like a rock seabed. You kind of make your way around kind of like the broken parts of like the rock and all that's been smoothed away from the water that's there, and a makeshift kind of like rope-ish ladder has been made for you to climb up with Blenny at this point. And he turns around towards you and says, I'm sorry, this is the best we could do for now. It's a little bit of a trek, but it's the best we could do.
No, it's okay. Thank you for taking me here.
No problem. I wish I'd have known you, you had a guest up there. I maybe wouldn't have, I would have understood a little bit more, but anyway, and he kind of seems very confused of like, the usual thing that you've come across of like, do I salute? Do I talk, I talk to you normally? Like, do I bow to you? Like, it's like, and but you can see that he's trying to keep on a formal look for considering the position he is now been rightfully given. And he heads on through the entrance of the prison, where everybody who the couple of guards that are there salute him as he comes in, and he does the same. This is at ease. I've brought a guest for our recent guest. They kind of like look on over and notice it's you, Ica, and they too instantly salute you. And bow their head very slightly. Of course, open the gate. and one of them begins opening the door, and Blenny guides you on through. You end up past a couple of offices and kind of like a recreational room for the guards. As you approach this kind of like really heavy metal door, which they open with multiple various keys, which they pull and heave on open, as you end up going through over a bridge, and again through another very strong door, to which then you enter on into the prison area.
Oh,
Move.
the sloths. Oh, bye, sloths.
No,
That
they
was just
turned
modded.
back in. They sadly turned back into people.
I know it's
At
a
this
sad
point, yeah.
it's a sad time.
So sad.
So sad. Okay. Just gotta get your thingy majigs. You come on through these slightly less stone doors. Lenny looking a little bit shocked as to why there's a tree here, and the place is surrounded by just sort of like moss and growth. As he kind of like very confused of this, but anyway, he turns to look at you, Ico, and says, he's over there in the far right. I'll give you all the time you need.
All right, thank you.
I'll be outside the door.
Ike is just gonna make his way slowly towards the cell.
You approach and you kind of see the usual hulking figure sitting on the bench, kneeling down. Sitting on the bench, kind of twiddling his thumbs and passing the time.
Ike is gonna like lightly knock on one of the bars, just enough to get Marty's attention, not necessarily make too much noise.
You could see Marty raise his head very slowly. There's a very empty look in his eye. He just kind of turns to look at you. And there's really no change. And he's just like a...
So, you're in prison now.
Wouldn't be the first time.
You know that we're gonna have to hold a trial.
I am aware.
Do you have a defense?
Yes and no. There's really no defense for what I did, kid. 3 men died at your father's orders, and I still killed them anyway.
What happened?
Matty kind of like raises up his hands just to see a little bit lightning shoot off of him. You know that new power I got recently? The lightning shield.
Yeah.
I wrapped that around myself. Caspian had your men charge at me. 3 of them turned into ashes. And that was just enough to scare him away.
Why would you unleash something like that?
I was angry. I didn't know it would do that. And I've been sitting here collecting my thoughts ever since.
Marty, when I came back into the castle, you were surrounded by a lot more than 3 of the guards, and you were still cloaked in that. You saw what it did, and you kept it.
I know.
Why?
I hated what your father did. I hated what he did to you. I let rage get the best of me. And it did as well as Kurtz. We both disrespected you and your people for what we did.
That's not good enough, Marty.
I'm aware.
Before all of this, I confided with you. I talked to you. Just you. I told you who my dad was. I told you that when he was to show up that you weren't going to interfere. You made a promise to me. I trusted you. I trusted you to make the right decision.
And I didn't. I could sit here and make excuses for why I did what I did, but there's nothing to justify what I've done.
No, there's not. But now you're in here, and your people need you. I let my people down by putting my faith into adults and people of power, into you. I let them down, and I'm not going to let that happen to your people. So you need to come up with a defense. You need to get yourself out of here. Because if you don't, by God, I'll force you. So figure it out.
I'm glad you
Lonnie.
actually brought that up. I had a request.
You want to request something?
I do.
What's that?
Drag me back here when we save my people. Let me serve my sentence.
I think we can make that happen. Aika's gonna just step away and leave.
And he just let out a deep sigh. I failed that kid. I will never do that again. No more anger. No more emotions. Only the mission. Then he just closes his eyes.
Okay. Aika, you, I assume you head towards the door.
Yeah, meet back up with Zinni.
Fuck's sake. Kenny, sees you, and,
Oh, good.
oh, God. Yeah, Blenny, is just kind of standing up against the door. Sorry, up against the wall, just kind of, like, waiting. And sees you come on through. And he's, got everything you need?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on through. And he begins kind of walking to with you across the bridge. As he does, he kind of stops halfway and kind of turns to you and kind of looks directly at you and kind of makes like a breathe out of his nose sort of thing. It's... Thank you.
Thank you. For what?
Making the decision. I cannot even imagine how hard this is for you. I certainly wouldn't be able to do it, and I don't think anybody else here would. And I think we're all blessed that Seren chose you. It is unfair. That it is on the shoulders of, I can't say a child, but someone so young, a younger man, such as yourself. But you made a decision. You saved a lot of lives. Not just now, but in the future. I truly believe that. So, thank you.
Aika's eyes are just gonna kind of like widen a bit, like the first time he's ever felt like someone outside of like his friend circle and people who he kind of believes are just kind of like default to praise him or to say things like that. This is someone new. It's the first time he's ever felt like someone actually meant what they said. And he doesn't really quite know what to say. He's just gonna look at him and just kind of nod and continue walking.
He kind of does that thing where he kind of like puts his hands behind, like to his side, and like moves them back and forth a little bit. It's like, okay, we should go through. And he kind of dresses himself back up a little bit. It's like, oh, I'm not used to this job yet. And he guides you on through, and as you do, the doors like squeak closed. And he kind of guides you through to the main office, and kind of just and kind of like back to and you kind of like head on outside of the prison. I mean, he kind of just asks, do you need me to guide you anywhere, or are you gonna be okay by yourself? You know. Not that you need defending, but you know, oh god, you know what I mean.
I know this city better than anyone. I'll be fine. Ika's just gonna look at him and just be like, "Thank you, for helping me today."
Of course. And yeah. Oh god. Okay. And yeah, he kind of like begins to goes to salute you, and then and he starts beginning to guide you out of the through the same way and out of the palace, and you end up at the palace gates, and he waves you goodbye as he heads back on in.
Ika's just gonna head back to actually yeah, Ika's just gonna head back to the house. He's gonna assume he doesn't really have much time to like wait around, so he's just gonna go back.
Okay. I mean, you know your way. You make your way your way there, walking on through. Are you just walking on up to it, or what are you doing?
Yeah, Ika's not gonna be able to sleep too well. So he's probably just gonna like sit outside and find a good spot where maybe like nearby and see if he can see like an area where he can look at the stars.
So, how nearby to the house are you? Like, are you like many streets away? Are you in the same street, or?
Same street.
Same street. Okay. Azalea, can you roll me a perception check?
Yes. Oh, my perception's really good. 27.
Oh, jeez. As you're kind of lying on top of the roof, you hear like some rustling through the street, which really brings to attention because there's not been really much movement. Everyone who was outside has kind of retreated back, so any sound has really like attracted to your senses at this point. And as you look down, you see Ika in the street, wandering around.
One second. I'm looking at stuff.
I cast Fireball.
Funny, I didn't know I was still awake.
You unfortunately you sleep cast.
No.
That would be such a problem.
Oh gosh.
Blast!
Don't give me ideas for a new character.
Thras can handle his liquor unless, like, once he falls asleep, it's just drunk spamming.
it's like Drunken Master, but with spell casting.
Yeah.
You just
oh my
like hear him
God.
slur like, I see the scales have come off.
Madam,
That,
Okay, I'm gonna send you a DM.
oh shit.
Sending a DM. Oh, redundant.
Whoa! Radical.
what is that one meme I'm thinking of? It was like, it's wizard time, motherfuckers! Fireball!
It's a good one.
I have to go pee. I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
Have fun.
Roll for peeing.
I love how that conversation went with Ica and Maddie, because I'm pretty much like, I can't think I just gave the dramatized version of "Sorry I killed your dad," learning as I go, ooh woo.
I sent the DM, Andy.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about it.
Would have been perfect for Azalea to have been counting 81 ducks at this moment.
I'm making duck constellations. I'm just looking at all the constellations that shaped vaguely like ducks now.
So good at
And this
drawing
is
maps. You could definitely
Orion's
draw a
duck
star
duck.
map if you wanted.
Oh, it could too.
It's a special tool that we'll use for later.
All right, we'll wait till Izzy gets back.
Yeah.
Surely.
Surely.
In the
How you going,
meantime,
Jack? You doing okay out there?
let's have a look.
Sorry.
Stucky.
Just Kia's voice all of a sudden.
I apologize. But I didn't bump into you earlier. Dang.
Yes, queen.
Sorry, all I can think of is the joke I did a while ago when Keston did the Mickey Mouse voice. Is like that was like kids' first experience in learning the theory of Chekhov's gun in literature. All of those special tools are like, hey, we're gonna use this later. Remember this.
Do
Meow.
you guys like my use of the soundboard?
Good.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay. Well, Azalea, yes, I grant you that option.
Oh, cool. Okay. Azalea is going to whisper to their god, who I imagine at this point they've just got sitting next to them because bonding moment. And they're gonna sneak a glance over at Ica, and in there, so long as they're staring at the stars, a shooting star will go past.
Aww.
Just leaves a trail of saying, "Get over it."
Nah, it's
No.
special.
Yeah, no. As you stare up into the sky, Ica, and you see stars from your home, from your old home, for the first time, reflecting through the crystalline outer shell of the city, you see a white shooting star cross over from one side to the other, leaving almost lighting up the city itself for a brief moment.
Aw, Ica's gonna just like close his eyes and just make a wish and then reopen it.
I knew it.
You don't have that spell yet.
My sword did
Yes.
not.
Well, that answers that question.
Oh boy, I really wish for 2 more levels.
Azalea's just gonna casually make themselves known by yawning stupidly loud and just like stretching their hands in the air, and then just like, sounds like they're snoring, but they're not asleep yet.
Ike is just gonna like open his eyes again after making the wish, and then realize what's happening, and just kind of like chuckle a little bit for like the first time of that day, and just like look over to where he hears that happening.
You look up and to the top of Dunnet's house, a sight you've seen many times. However, this time you see a sort of like a green creature of kind of like sitting at the top of it, staring down at you with a toothy smile.
I am indeed a creature, not a person.
Ike is just gonna kind of stretch a little bit and be like, wow, ever since we raised up the town, it seems like some creatures are starting to take nest on rooftops. That's new. We got some strange birds here
Caw.
that have not learned how to caw yet.
Chip?
Ike is just gonna face it entirely, like turn his body and be like, "Hey, why are you on the roof? Can't sleep?"
I sleep better when I can stare at this guy.
Also, Amy, you can bring Gazelia back for this.
Oh, I can too. Hello, I'm on the roof.
Ah,
It's nicer out here.
it is. I've never seen stars from this place. It's nice.
It is nice. They have a thing with stars where I'm from, or so I'm told. Where if you see a shooting star, it means that pretty much you're really cool.
Fuck, my. Oh god, Chaz. I
Everyone
can't
write
do
that
this.
down.
Oh my god. That's so pure. Oh. Ike is gonna be like, whoa, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's based.
that's pretty based. I like that. Well, I guess it's very convenient. I just happened to see one.
Oh, you saw one? Wow, that is convenient. But I mean, it's true, so it feels accurate. I've seen one too once.
You know
Right.
what? Based off of what you're saying, I could assume so.
Thanks. It took like 100 years
To wait, what?
to see a shooting star. That's a long time. So I guess it only took me 100 years to be cool.
Huh. I'm surprised. I
I
mean,
know.
don't you normally sleep at high places? How have you not seen one?
Because I'd look at the floor.
Ike is gonna be like, I don't think she actually looks at stars. She falls asleep too fast. All right.
You gotta have confidence to look up at the sky.
Why is that?
Because it's scary.
The sky?
Yeah. You should go to bed, by the way.
You just told me that the sky was scary, and now I'm fearful of the sky!
That's right, because if the sky shows you a shooting star, you're cool, so it doesn't matter. It, like, evens out there.
What?
Look, don't listen to me. I'm only tree smart. I don't know how to words in book. That's Thrask's thing.
Oh, you're not sky smart.
Exactly. Who the hell's Sky Smart? Do you know anyone? I'm just gonna look at my god. Are you Sky Smart?
She kind of is sitting next to you with her long flowing dress kind of like billowing in the wind. She kind of looks at you with a kind of like a oh sort of look, and kind of pulls you in to kind of like give you a hug. As she continues to look up at the stars.
My mom's really nice, but she doesn't really answer my questions sometimes.
Well, she might not have the answers, it seems like. Doesn't seem like a lot of people do.
By the way,
No.
you're still on the ground and you're still on the roof, so you've kind of been like partially like talk shouting this.
Oh, I could got on like a higher ground kind of deal, so he would have been on like an
Oh, you
opposite
did?
roof.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. All right, cool. I didn't know. All right, cool.
Oh, just don't wake up your uncle. He was drinking really disgusting water.
Disgusting what? Oh, don't worry about that. He doesn't usually wake up after drinking that very
Yeah,
easily.
it was weird. He gave it to me. I thought it was supposed to be a punishment, but I don't know why he was drinking it. And he gave Thrask one too. Thrask is like perfect. He doesn't need to be punished. I'm very confused.
Ica is now realizing why a lot of the things Azalea's saying isn't making a lot of sense to him. Ah, okay. He's gonna like turn his body back around and just kind of lay flat on the roof so he can just focus on the stars again.
Well, I'm going to sleep. Trying. I have things to do tomorrow. She just immediately starts snoring.
Honk shoe, honk shoe.
No, it's like actual snoring. If like a bird flew past, she'd inhale it by accident.
Oh no.
I love how cartoonish Azalea has become.
What do you mean has? She started this way.
Alright, well, Ike, what are you doing?
He's just gonna spend the rest of like his night just looking at the stars and then trying to close his eyes where he can. I don't think he's gonna get any sleep.
Are you actually not going to get any sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Azalea, you are getting some sleep though.
Yes, I am sleeping.
Okay, good. As long as the spellcasters get sleep.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
taking
yeah.
a long rest. No one can stop me.
I didn't use anything besides the ghost walking, so that's still fucked, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right, cool. Well, you pile yourselves into kind of like a cuddle puddle at the top of the roof, easing yourself to sleep. Okay, you have your eyes closed, but you don't really catch any proper REM sleep of any kind, until the morning arises. The sun begins to rise again, shining on through the crystalline the crystalline covering, reflecting new lights and experiences throughout the entire city. You hear people begin getting up and moving on around, trying to figure out what they need to do for the day. Thrask, you wake up again. You wake up in the room. You can kind of hear Dunnet moving on around about the place. And Azalea and Ica, you wake up on the roof, and Marty, you wake up in your cell.
Well, one thing I'm gonna do here, after I wake up, my handy-dandy staff, since I was using so many of the charges during that mission there, says... Actually, what does it say? It regains 4d6 plus 2 expended charges daily at dawn. So we need to do that for myself. Because I am currently down to 10 charges out of 50.
Oh my god.
That's
Wow.
a lot of charges.
I was using it a lot. So let me do that here. So 14 plus 2, 16 charges.
Nice.
Yay.
All right, you take a moment as you wake up to. Okay, that was a really no, never.
What?
So you take a moment in the morning to play with your staff. Sorry, you sit kind of cross-legged on the bed, and you kind of bring the staff up and kind of like place it in front of you, like horizontally, as you begin to focus the energies within it, trying to recuperate what you've already used, and you can you begin to see kind of like energy escaping from you and within to the staff, as it begins to glow and light in various different ways. Kind of like reflecting the reds and the oranges of the Kirikiri Desert, and you can definitely feel that it's gained some of its charges back.
Cool. If only D&D Beyond would let me confirm it, because it's not letting me add the charges back.
Oh no! Sorry, just keep tabs
Yeah,
on it.
I'll keep track of it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Cool.
Awesome. Azalea and Aika, what are you doing?
I could probably would have spent like the moment he saw like the sun, just kind of like picking up stuff around like the town, the neighborhood, like the immediate neighborhood. Just trying to like help out with like debris or if anybody needed anything.
Okay. Yep. You
But sticking nearby just in case like they woke up because he doesn't want to be too far away from them.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of stick to the street. Again, there's not really that much damage been going around here. So it's only just kind of like a little bit of debris here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of you notice there's a few things like blocking a few doors or making things a little bit awkward for people. So you spend the morning kind of like brushing those away. Azalea?
Azalea is awake and is now trying to sneak away.
Okay, roll me a stealth.
That's not Azalea, it's like...
Dun, 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 dun.
Are you hungover?
Oh, I got a 20.
Oh.
Not a nat 20. Not a nat 20.
Oh,
I'm doing
okay.
a 20.
Oh.
I rolled an 18 though. That's pretty good.
Okay.
That is good.
Aika, what is your
Sorry, I
You were
immediately
saying?
went to the perception check. My bad.
Okay, Azalea, you begin, you kind of like poke your head up over the roof, to kind of see who's around, and you kind of like begin to kind of like you kind of like, what's it called? Like you kind of like begin to hang off and kind of like trying to reach your toes to the next level, and you do it very well, and you make it to the ground, without making a single sound. Like no one has noticed you, and then you turn around and you notice Aika just staring with big eyes directly at you.
Azalea is going to wave and run down the street.
Ike's gonna chase her.
Run as fast as I can, man.
Yeah. And Thras just gets up not knowing where either of them went.
Thrask is just enjoying the bagel that they were supposed to have.
Uh-huh.
I like to, like, you know that one meme where it's just that one guy holding multiple leashes, you know? Like, I'm not
Okay, okay, so Azalea, are you genuinely trying to outrun Aika?
Well, they haven't actually yelled at me yet, so I'm just gonna continue running at the speed that I started at.
Okay, Ike's gonna keep running after her. He knows the town, really, really well, and athletics is ridiculous. But so he's just gonna kind of like not get too close because he has a feeling that Azalea might think that he's trying to attack her or something. So he's like, Az, where are you going?
A tree?
Why?
Reasons.
Is it the reasons we talked about?
Yeah!
Do you want me to go with you?
Do you want to go with me?
Wait, why are you doing that right now, though? Don't we need to get Marty situated?
I mean, this might help.
Wait, you think you have an answer there?
Yes. Don't tell Thrask, though.
I mean, I'm not there to argue, so.
I love it. I'm doing the right thing, but don't go thrust.
Yeah. Also, if someone starts hitting me, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
What do you mean if someone starts hitting you? Wait, Az, we need to figure this out. I mean, Ika's gonna kind of like stop running and just kind of like watch her leave and be like, oh man, I think I'm just gonna take care of this on my own.
Mythical Thrask. I sense a disturbance.
You just hear in the distance. All right, I'll see you later.
All right, take care of Parahai. Make sure that he eats, whatever.
He's my best friend over there. It's fine.
Oh, fuck.
Everyone is always so. Even the child is done with Azalea at this point.
He's gotten like no sleep. He's like, I don't think I'm ready to handle somebody else's problems today. I'm gonna go back to the house.
Everyone's following a similar beat. Meanwhile, Azalea is playing fucking Nightcore in her head.
1, 2, 17.
Meanwhile, Azalea.
Meanwhile, Azalea doesn't actually know directions, so she's just gonna be running around for ages until she finds a tree.
Oh no!
So every now and then, Ike is just doing something and sees Azalea running the wrong way.
Alright, roll me a survival.
Oh, actually, I think that's not bad.
Just sitting in my cell, like, I feel like I'm being saved, but at the same time, I feel more in danger than ever.
It's,
I got an
it's
18.
survival because that requires like tracking and shit. So
18.
okay, you're able to make you kind of run from kind of like, hold on, like you kind of run from like where Dunnett's house is, kind of like to the left, and then you kind of directly head straight into the middle, which is where you're supposed to go, and then from there you are able to make your way to the tree that you remember.
Awesome. Alright, I am gonna do secret activities when I get to the tree. I'm not telling anyone. Only the DM knows.
Gross. Okay.
Itchy.
Okay, well, I'll deal with that in a second. Flask, what are you doing?
Well, I imagine I'm just now getting ready to step out of the house, not knowing what just happened there.
That was a great bagel.
So that's what bagels and locks are. That's actually very nice.
Anyway, yeah, as you exited, Dunnett kind of just give you a greeting and just kind of like is kind of getting on with his day. You exit and you see you see Ica in the street, kind of just staring down the one of the side of the streets.
Ica, what are you doing out there? Are you looking at something?
Ica's gonna turn to look at Thrask with like the most unemotional kind of response and go, yeah, I was just Azalea went to the bathroom.
I was about to say before you even finish, Azalea. Azalea. Okay.
She went pee. Anyways, we're gonna try and figure out how to help Marty.
That is the idea, yes. We have some ideas on people who could help. I think one of our most important people we need to find right now is Kay Colrez.
Right. Yeah, that guy seemed, smart, I think.
Oh, he either he is smart or he fully believes that he is smart. So we're going to find out which one it is.
Ah, the
I
makings
feel
of
like
a
I should
lawyer.
be taking offense to this.
No. I keep thinking, like, when I think of Kay Koras, I think of, like, the Herlock Sholmes from Great Ace Attorney, who is brilliant in his own way, but also ridiculous as well.
It's like,
Uh,
man, he's really smart and really cool, but he's like cringe at the same time. I don't understand.
it's an anomaly.
God damn it. All right, death sentence.
Rocks fall,
The
everyone
DM
dies.
has been offended.
But anyways, let us go. I would suggest maybe going to his house where we last met him and see if he's even there at this point.
Okay, I don't think he was really that far off. We'll head that way.
All right, well, unless you have anything else to do, please come along with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So you guys are heading off to Kate's house. Marty. From the opposite side of the cell that you are in. Gee, thanks.
Sorry. Listen, so I love Sonic, so this is a compliment.
Excuse me, you called Sonic cringe?
He
Excuse
is cringe.
Listen, as a fellow Sonic fan, we have to accept the cringe. We have to live the cringe.
He's cool in like Unleashed and he's cringe in Black Knight. Can you give me that at least?
There's a lot of games
Actually-
where he's cringe, to be honest.
Oh yeah, no, there is a lot of games where he's cringe, but there's cool moments too, man.
All right, anyway, we're not here. Okay, we're not getting into a discussion of Sonic on the internet.
We're gonna lose the subject.
Yeah, we're
really
gonna lose
quick.
no matter what.
Right. Anyway, from your cell, on the opposite side, you, Marty, you notice that you've noticed that there's somebody else present in there who has been moving around and kind of like pacing in circles. From the noises that you can hear, you can pretty much pick up that he's the only other person in there with you.
Okay. Is he? Because I know I had the lip reading thing. Can I read his lips?
Give me
Perception? Investigation? Nah, it's gotta be investigation. That's like
yeah, I'd say
actively
investigation
looking.
because he's gonna be kind of like going round and round, so you're not gonna be like he's not just like looking at you and saying the words.
Okay, it's a 19.
Okay, you can as he's kind of walking around in this and around, you can kind of make out very few things because again, you're in a dark prison. And you can't see his face like that much, and you can barely see it anyway. But you can kind of make out the like one word every now and again of So I wasn't expecting this.
Just don't make it cringe.
That's my secret, Ica. I'm always cringe.
Blah, 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 blah.
To be honest, I think Chelsea. I think the only thing you're really going to have him, you're going to be saying is an what's the word? Explicitive. Yeah. So
Curse
like,
words.
yeah, basically.
Because Madge tried to shut himself off emotionally, so I don't know if he's gonna like try to engage to the fullest.
You don't have to. Again, you don't have to. I'm just letting you know there's something there. So.
Okay. Can I get a closer look to see if I recognize him?
Yeah. I mean, you roll me a perception.
Oh, you can do. Oh no. Oh no, it's a nat 1.
Wait, what? How?
Wow.
Well, there goes my other eye. I'm blind now. Fuck.
Oh my god!
Wow. Okay.
No. In this one scenario, you just can't see sense. That's all.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
Okay, this is the worst thing because I was not prepared for this. Like, you could roll a 2 and you would still be fine.
God damn.
Listen, guys, Monty's going through something. I see you guys freaking out. There's shit happening.
I'm just as floored as you guys.
Yeah,
I only
yeah,
have
no,
one
three
eye.
people, yeah.
You can't see through the tears.
Kurtz, why have you betrayed me?
He's just crying even deeper in the back.
He's like, I have 4 eyes and I can't even see him.
Oh, what was the point in all this shit?
Oh, you didn't have to bust out the voice for me, man. I know shit hurts.
No, I had to. Okay, I can't think of anything like... You know what? Okay, just because it was a nat 1, you tried to engage kind of like your focusing senses on him, but this place is so dank and dreary and dark, and like the air is like dusty, that you kind of don't notice that you're kind of trying to get, like, you're getting closer and closer and closer to the cell bar, and you kind of end up sort of like slipping a little bit and kind of like bouncing your eye against the rusted bar.
Son of a bitch.
Ooh, ouchie! Tetanus in the
Oh,
eyeball.
tetanus.
Yeah.
Maddie just lets out a very silent cry and like just starts saying the same curse words to himself.
Poor Monty. Oh my god.
I know. I'm so
Like,
sorry.
Mike is mad at him, but Estes all like, oh, I just want to hug Monty.
This is the worst day of my life.
Maybe that's why the other guy's pacing. He did the same thing.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Okay. All right. Well, never mind. Right. I would like to request, if that's okay, I'm gonna drag Azalea into the other room while we go over what she's doing for a sec.
Okie dokie.
So you guys can talk amongst yourselves.
Very well. I'll come back so we have a
Okay.
little...
Hello.
Hello, it was just me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly close the door because the dog's going.
Oh, yeah. God, she made a really, really bad fart earlier. She came in my room just to deliver
Right.
that and then leave.
Okay, so Azalea heads on through this city and makes it to the same tree that she's acquainted with. Pardon me. It's still intact, thankfully, from the damage, but there's still a little bit of rubble surrounding it a little bit. And you approach the tree. What do you do?
I am going to cast Transport via Plants.
All right. You approach the tree, placing your hand upon it, focusing your mind on a location that you once knew before. As the tree begins to bend and twist to create a portal, a slight portal-based opening, and through it you can see the other side, a familiar sight of Nos Nimloth, the elven home world, well, home city.
Land.
Yes.
Oh, alright. I am going to stick my head in just to start with. And I am going to look at the notes I sent you earlier because I forgot what their name was already. Chrysanthemum!
All right, you did kind of cut off there, but Yeah, you yell, you poke your head on through the portal and yell, Crisanto. As you do so, you pop your head back and a foot steps on through the portal and begins pushing on through the portal. You see a gentleman standing there, quite a lot taller than you, with golden eyes and long blonde hair tied at the bottom, very well groomed, dressed in somewhat unusual elven attire, though more on the classier side of things, draped in kind of like almost like golden robes. They with them they're holding a utensil for jotting down, like a pencil of some kind, and kind of like some like paper and board. And he looks towards you and bows his head very slightly.
Okay, cool. So I need your help, so I don't screw things up. Is that okay? Or are you busy? I know it's still fucked over there, but like, you know, can you,
as you say that, he bops you on the head with the wooden utensil that he's got. Madam Oz, it is not quite right for someone of your position to be using such vulgarity. Please refrain from it.
Oh, which one's the vulgarity?
He closes his eyes and he bops you on the head again. Do not repeat anything you said in the last sentence.
Okay.
Now, what was it? Are we going ahead with what you desired, Madam Az? He sighs again. Is the help you need what you told me before?
Yes.
Okay, then lead the way.
Okay. Do I have to do a survival check to actually drag this person in the right direction?
No,
Because
you've done it enough times now, you'll know, and you literally just came from there.
Oh, cool. Zaylee's so proud of herself then. I remembered the directions. Even though it's not the forest and there's no grass under my feet, I know where we're going. By the way, you look great.
He kind of rolls his eyes, and says, yes, I'm aware.
Oh,
Pardon me? Oh.
do I need to, like, do we need say, or is everything is okay, right? Yeah, like, it's not still broken, or?
What are you talking about?
She's talking, like, pointing at the tree, I guess that would have been the portal before it's closed. Just like point it, that's fine, right? You know, the over there.
Yes, everything is running according to plan, Madam Az.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe don't talk to. If you see Thrask, just. I guess you don't know what Thrask looks like. Just pretend they don't exist for now. It's fine. We'll sort that later.
As you say, and he begins to jot down. No one other than my lord, Madam Az, exists. Okay, if you would continue guiding me through this city, Madam Az, we can get started.
Okay. Sally's like really nervous.
He bonks you on the head again with it. Do not show nervous energy, Madam Az. You are a representative of the elven people. Stand up straight.
Okay. It's alright.
Now move with grace and with purpose.
How does one move with grace?
How we practiced, Madam Az. Now, please move.
Oh, okay, yep. Yes, sir. Azalea is going to do as she's told and start leading her friend to towards Friendo's.
Okay. You guide on through, and you know the location at this point, and you end up at Dunnett's house. And at this point, we will turn it around, and we'll go back into the room.
Yep.
Hello.
Aw.
We're back.
Welcome back.
All right.
Hello.
So just before you're about to leave, Thrusk and Ica, because you took a little bit of extra time while Az had head off. As you're heading up the street towards the center, you run into Azalea, and walking towards you.
Right, with a straight back. She's standing tall and walking gracefully.
Yeah, she went pee.
You notice, you notice her walking with grace and with purpose, very unlike what you've ever seen from her before. And behind her, you see an individual staring down at some papers and like a wooden utensil for holding them. This individual has golden eyes, long blonde hair tied at the bottom. He's very well groomed and dressed in sort of like golden robe and attire.
God damn it.
Good morning, Azalea. I see you have a friend with you.
Ike is just gonna kind of like look over at Thrask and like cover his mouth and be like, I think she's been giving out more of her berries to strangers.
Yes, I think you may be onto something there.
Oh.
Do you mind telling us who this is?
Azalea's just like sweating bullets. No, that's nobody. We're just gonna continue our day doing day things. Yeah.
Can I get a read on her at this, this attitude, like insight check or something?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
They get brainwashed.
Funny enough, insight has always been my worst stat. But
Yeah,
let's
you
see
do typically end up believing everything Azalea says.
Yeah. And it continues.
No!
Oh!
Okay. Yeah, Thrust, you see absolutely no reason to question Azalea's new friend. She always has new friends. This is nothing
Yes.
unusual. And it's an elf as well, so, you know, oh, wow, that must be really nice for her. Glad she found an elf friend here.
She made amends. Hooray!
Ika's eyes are gonna narrow, and he's just gonna kind of look back and forth and just like, hey, Az, can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna walk a little bit further away, just so he feels like she's comfortable to talk about this away from Thrask and be like, who's that guy? Did you bring him from, you know?
Yeah.
He has followed her, by the way, and he's standing right behind Azalea.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he's gonna just kind of like look up and be like, oh, hi.
He does not reciprocate.
Oh,
Right.
Right. I did that. She's like in full blown panic now. So she's just like sweating bullets, and it's just like now her friend's not talking to her other friend, and she's like, "Shit, that was me." She's gonna like clap her hands together for a second, and then she's just gonna look at him, and then she's just gonna be like, that one you can talk to. That one knows. This is Chrysanto. Chrysanto makes sure I don't screw things up. I'm not allowed to say the F word, but it seems more appropriate. But because it's bad behavior. Yep, words.
Ah, so you are permitting me to speak with this one, Madam Az.
Yeah, this one knows what I was doing, so this one's fine.
Ah, I see. And this one is, and he checks his note, Ica, I believe.
Yeah.
He
yes.
he bows his head to you, Ica. And it is a pleasure to meet you, Vessel of Seren and Ica.
Right, it seems like you know a lot about me. What about you?
He goes back to his notes.
As
He looks down at you as Azalea. He's giving you the eyes. And he kind of like tuts and takes down a note.
Zerly's just sweating more bullets. Yeah, he's here to help.
Then shouldn't you tell that to Thrask?
He's not exactly here to help with the party.
Wait, what? I thought that's why you said you were going was to help with Marty.
He's helping for a different reason. It's just it will probably help Marty at the same time.
We have to.
Why am I concerned now? Like, what did I do?
Well, what are you gonna tell Thrask?
I don't know what to tell Thrask. I just thought, look, he's helpful, so that's why he's here. He's here to make sure I don't fuck up. Otherwise, the elves are screwed.
He smacks you on the head again with the thing.
Right. Screw up. Although screw is also a bad word, isn't it? Like, is... No?
This
Okay.
dude's like YouTube AdSense personified.
I think there's gonna be a use now for.
To be honest, it's more.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll help. He knows more about. I don't know the words. Big people in charge. He knows more about those than we do.
Ike is just gonna kind of like rub his like eyes that are slowly getting a dark line underneath them, and he's just like, okay, but we, all right. I guess he's just someone who's gonna help.
as this is going on, he kind of looks down at you again, Azalea. Says, Madam Az, I believe it is rather uncouth as to not explain your reasonings for being here to your compatriots and people of such import.
Okay. Okay, so, the king doesn't know that, like, the rest of us all have gods yet. And I don't want elves to have no good reputation with every other race, because that would be a problem. So he is here to make sure that I don't make it worse. And also because he is smarter, he has book and tree smarts, and he can help talk to people in charge, like the king, to not... I can't do that. I am terrible at telling you how I do words. I make him do words, and then he tells me, hits me, to tell me how to do things properly.
Wow. No, wait, you have to tell Thrask. I mean, you can't just have this guy walking around.
Well, fuck, I don't know.
He bonks you on the head one more time. As you go to do that, a tiny hand exits from your hair to stop it being laying down upon your head. Out from your hair rises a small creature that we all know and love. And
It's
he
the
rises out
boy.
of your hair and just screams, "Would you stop doing that?" You see him kind of like take a second back and take a step back, and he kind of bows his head even further down than usual. "Oh, my apologies, Master Parahai. I was unaware that you were sleeping in there. My apologies. My utmost apologies, Master Parahai."
Master.
He kind of folds his arms and goes, "Yes, you are forgiven by the mighty one that is me." "Oh, very good, Master Parahai. I do apologize, and I will make sure to, as you put it, bonk, I believe. Yes, that is the word you shall use. Yes, I shall bonk her in another location. I apologize, Master Parahai."
What the fuck? Mike's just going to turn around, walk towards Thrask, but just go as far as he can towards the nearest cafe that might have coffee.
That's the most appropriate response.
Yeah. And Thras is just, oblivious to the world. It's like, "Oh, is everything all right, Ike? Oh, where you go? Oh, you're just going in there.
Getting
okay, I might put the
coffee.
right. Well, I already did have breakfast, but I suppose it couldn't hurt."
I get another one. It's been a delightful morning for me.
Just imagine you in that thing where, like, the Wallace and Gromit thing, just putting his fingers up as a, "Ooh, another bagel."
Azalea's just gonna look at Chrysanto and just like frown. It's just like, I don't know how to talk to people under pressure.
He looks back at you, and his eyes sort of sharpen as he goes back to his usual position. "I am aware, Madam Az, but we will soon fix that. Now, on to the work at hand. One of the assets has appeared to have left. What about this one?" And he turns to point towards Thrask.
That one's smarter than the other one and this one, and she points to herself.
And he turns to look at you. "I believe you are. Oh, you are Thrask, of course." And he turns around to you, Azalea, and kind of like looks towards you. "Should I continue speaking to him?"
Yeah, I don't think my own words are very good.
"Ah, fantastic." And he kind of turns and just kind of like turns his back towards you and heads on over to Thrask. "Ah, I believe you are a scholar of some sort, Master Thrask."
Yes, hello. Yes, I do consider myself a student of the magical arts and histories of the world.
And you kind of notice a slight out of character, kind of like a sigh of like, "Oh, thank God. This is fantastic. I give you my utmost thanks, and keeping Madam Az, as she requests I call her. I would prefer Azalea, of course. It's a beautiful name, but anyway, Madam Az, company in this, and I'm sure helping her get through these many strange times that we find ourselves in. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I believe you also possess, Madam... I've forgotten my own god's name. Zashisk. Madam Zashisk. And I believe I am here only to make sure that the elven people are represented correctly. If that happens to help you in other matters, then that is none of my business, but I'm glad it would help.
Well, as the insight check shows, Thras doesn't even question it.
Oh no!
You can insight on him because you haven't incited on.
Okay, well,
you
that
only
makes sense.
incited
Well, I'll do it for the heck of it, just to understand. See if I can understand what he's saying here. Come on, give me
You can do it.
a little bit better. 8. It's like this game is just coded for me to roll low on insight. Like
I honestly love it because like he's just naturally so smart,
it
but
won't
he's a
ca-
little bit.
It won't count, but could you just do it again?
Sure. I want to see what happens too.
Just
Yeah,
to see if
20.
this dice is weighted.
20. Come on, 20.
12.
it's better.
Incrementally getting better. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
Because I have a -1 to insight for anyone who's curious.
Ooh.
Well, but to be fair, you were a hermit, basically, so...
Yeah, that's kind of like how I built him, just to be that way.
You're kind of taken aback in the morning by a conversation that you would usually have had after an organized event. This is something that you have to prepare for. However, you've woken up. You've still got like bags under your scales, and you're not 100% sure on what's going on. So you just take exactly what he's saying and he's friends with Azalea, and so of course he must be okay. And he hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's that's a plus compared to the other elf you met.
Definitely. Well, I see. I'm sure we will all appreciate the assistance once as we go on here. We'll be seeing if we can speak to several different parties here as time goes on for the next couple of days. But if you believe that your studying here and keeping things in line can assist our cause, and Madam as she likes to be referred, then yes, we welcome it all the same.
He bows his head to you very slightly, and then he turns back to Azalea as, Madam Az, I believe there is a appointment that you wished to get to. Shall we head towards it?
Oh, Zill's gonna look at Thrask and then look at the floor, and then just look back at Thrask. It's like, I'm gonna go with Crisanto.
Oh, all right. Ika and I, once I get them out of the coffee shop, you're going to speak to Kay Colrez. Don't know how long we'll be there, but if you find yourself done with whatever it is you're doing at that time, you could feel free to head that way.
Yeah. I'll tell you about stuff when I get back.
Well, all right, good. Have a good time.
I love it.
Start
whistling, takes out a cigar, and starts just kind of walking down the street.
So oblivious and happy about life.
I know. It's...
Alright, off Azalea goes. Goodbye. Boop.
Okay. You begin heading off. Thrask, you begin heading into the center of town, and you find Ika with a huge shell of coffee from his local sea bucks.
Sea bucks. Oh, yeah, there you go.
I figured it was appropriate.
Oh boy. I don't know if I've ever seen you drink a capacity that large, Ika.
Well, I also don't think you've ever seen a whole city, be brought up from the water, but here we are.
No, that is very true. I suppose we could take some time and let you finish that off if you want to. Oh, yep, you're already doing it.
Wow, how immersive.
Yeah.
It's like I'm there.
In my cup, getting sipped.
Excuse me.
I'll tell you what. Why don't I sit with you for a bit and let you finish that off? I'll have get a waitress to come by and get a different drink of some kind.
Yeah, you wave one down and you grab the drink of your choice.
Yeah. So, how are you feeling so far?
tired.
Right. I can only imagine. I imagine you did not get a lot of sleep last night.
I say no.
Hmm. Though I did hear you and Azalea yelling back and forth between each other for a bit. Everything seemed okay for the moment. But yes, I can imagine there is a lot going through your mind at this moment. If there is anything you wish to talk about, I am open to listen.
Thank you. Maybe eventually. But we need to get Marty out.
Right. But yes, just know that whenever you are ready to talk, I will be there. But for the time being, it is important that we get our ideas straight on what we need to do. Right now, I think it is important that we get in touch with K. Colrez somehow and see if he has any extra information about when he was inside the palace as well.
Well, don't we have that stone?
Do you have it, or did Mati still have it on him?
Shoot, what did happen? Did I take the stone?
I
I don't remember if Monty gave it to me in the castle.
I think I vaguely remember him giving it to you. So I would say you have it.
Yes, I did. I think I threw it to her.
Mm.
All right.
Him. Bleh. Bleh.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Did you
Wow.
just misgender my mermaid?
Man,
And this
Can't
is why I'm
believe
in
you.
jail. We can forgive the 3 murders, but misgendering.
And
Something-
the horniness.
And the
Horniness.
horniness.
Yeah, horny jail. Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I'm bringing. That's why eventually you have to meet the other guy so he can bonk you.
You're bringing a eunuch.
No, this is how you know Maddie's broken. He's not going to respond.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Just get punched by him.
Ika's just gonna pull out the sending stone and be like, well, I have this.
Oh, wait, that might be it. We may be able to get in touch with them easier than I thought.
Alright, well, how do you use this thing?
Well, I think it's only one use at a time for, at least for the day. So, basically, you just, I usually just squeeze it and wait for it to light up, and then you can speak your message directly to the holder of the other stone that's connected to it.
Okay. Ika's gonna look at it and be like, yeah, this is kind of weird. Here, you take it.
Do you not want to try a little bit of magic yourself?
But I can't do magic. Not like you.
Well, I mean, that may be true, but the magic needed to use this is already inside of it. So you would be able to use it just the same yourself.
Well then, what should I say?
Well, we need to figure out where he is, so I would say something along the lines of, Kate Colrez, remind him who you are. We'd like to speak with you about matters. Where can we find you at the soonest available time?
Okay. Ika's gonna do what Thrask instructed and just say, K-Rule, we need to find out where you're at. There's an emergency. I forgot the rest. Bye-bye.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hope he remembers who you are then.
Oh, I didn't say my name. No. I always forgot. Oh no, leaving messages are so hard. Oh no.
Well, if he is as good as he says he is, he should recall your voice.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
Yeah, if he's a good detective, right, DM?
Nice.
Good save.
Wow,
Good
well done.
save.
Just calling out the size of my dick there. God, wow.
I
Wow.
unintentional, but I leave it on the table.
There was a dick swinging competition, and Thras just went thunk.
God damn, calling me out there. And surely the
Yes.
NPC would not be stupid enough for that.
This is how the scales come off.
Have him roll an insight check, and then
No. Okay. All right. After a little bit of time, you see the gem kind of like light up again, and from it you hear kind of hushed words of the familiar voice of Kay. Let's see. Because it's 25 words or less, so.
Cool, where at?
You up?
Just K.
Yeah.
sup, homie.
You called him K. Rule when you did that?
Yeah.
He's like, I've never heard that one before. I have to use that.
Mm-hmm.
If only I was
Is-
royalty.
His next alias.
Hmm.
Alright, and from within it you hear the words, "Where is your location? We'll find you, K."
See, that's how you write a
Kim?
message. I'm okay. That location, where are you? It's simple, right? You just say the thing and then you put your name at the end. Name at the end of the thing. Okay, so how do we respond? Where are we?
Well,
C-Bucks on 7th, I think. They don't have a drive-through. I've checked.
right.
But they get the drinks right.
Oh yeah, I mean it's convenient when they have a drive-through, right?
Yeah.
Lewis Black joke kicks in where there's a C-Bucks across from a C-Bucks and he's at the wrong one.
When I turn around, there can't possibly be.
C-Bucks.
Well, if we could use the stone again, we could let him know.
DM, can we use the stone again?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. Where is my location?
Well, we're currently at the C-Bucks, but we could say meet him at his house, or
Oh, I was gonna say like to Andy because Ika has like
Oh,
the street
okay.
rat thing, so he actually does know where
Oh,
he's
sorry. Okay, sorry.
okay.
I thought you were just like memeing.
at. No.
Okay, you are. Yeah, I'm gonna say you're probably around about because you're gonna be in the more what is of the nobility area. The actual cafe that you're at is technically like closed down due to all the damage. However, they are serving drinks, warm drinks to the people who need it. And you're located kind of just on like this little shop here, kind of like near the palace, but near the bridge.
Okay. All right. Ika's gonna hold the stone again and do exactly as Thras said before, and just say, "We're at the C-Bucks on the 7th route, and it's the good one that has the good bagels. Ika."
Yeah.
God, I separated my name a bit. Does it sound like a different name?
No, I think he'll get the
It
message.
sounds like I was fighting somebody, Thras. It sounded like I was making a kick.
I think you got the gist of it out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. This is the one with the good bagels, right? Yeah, it is.
That may be where Dunnett got the bagels from earlier.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, it's too pricey.
Okay, well, while
He does
you
seem like a frugal man.
while you await response, Azalea, you have headed on through the town with Crisanto, and you have approached the entrance of the palace. You are halted by the guards, and Crisanto steps on forwards in front of you. He bows his head towards the guard, and then with confidence and poise, speaks to the guard. Gather your captain in order to welcome the leader of the elven people and vessel of Erilith. She requests an audience with a specific member in your prison.
I fucking knew it.
Oh, what's happening?
The guards kind of look towards each other, and one of them heads on in to grab the captain. After a little bit of time, Blenny comes out dressed in a little bit more of a respectable attire at this point, and he sees you two, and he hasn't met you yet, Azalea. And he heads on towards you and sends the guards away and salutes Crisanto and you. Welcome on in. I'm sorry, but we were not aware of we were not aware of any kind of appointment, and as you can see, the city is in shambles at the moment. Is there a reason as to why you require audience here? And he's kind of looking towards Crisanto and Uaz as well. We understand that the city is in disarray right now. However, we are here upon a peace convoy. We wish to meet with the king. However, we wish to also meet with one of your prison inmates that is connected to Madam Az. We believe he is of a great import for what is happening right now within the world. And we have approached here, and we would like entrance into the palace, please. This is the captain is forgive me. I am new here, but I have not seen. Do you have any evidence that you are indeed of leadership? As far as I was aware, the elven people had a different leader. Of course. This is understandable. He has stepped down as of present, and Madam Az has taken his place. Now, he flips through some of his papers and hands him one of the sheets of paper. He takes a look at it, and his eyes kind of light up a little bit. And he says, "Oh, okay." And he hands it back, and he begins to guide you on into the palace. Crisanto turns around and kind of like baps you on the back to kind of like go ahead of him.
Azalea will be trying her best to stand straight and is trying not to sweat bullets for this particular moment, and just follows behind very nicely and quietly with the same slightly awkward grace she'd attempted to walk like earlier.
You enter on in, and you're kind of like stopped like at the entranceway inside where the big stairs were before, and the captain turns around back towards you. This is, well, would you prefer to meet with the king first? Actually, no, sorry, I take that back. So, meeting with the king is going to take some time. Would you, I can guide you down to meet with the prisoner. And during that time, I can send a message to the king announcing your arrival.
That would be what's the word? Adequate.
Chrysanto actually, like he kind of like opens his eyes a little bit wider and takes a note.
Zelia's trying not to sweat bullets.
Blenny kind of like bows his head to you as well. And says, very well. And he kind of like clicks his fingers, and one of the guards heads on over. This is send a message to the king urgently. We have a very important guest here. The leader of the elves has approached, and wishes to have audience with the king. And the guard salutes and heads on off to gather the king. Meanwhile, Blenny guides you down the stairs and through to the prison, making your way through the very awkward, emptied area that once was filled with water. He apologizes upon this, and you can see Chrysanto is very disrupted by this and making very sure not to ruin any of the robes that he has. As you make it on through, he guides you on through, blah, 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 all the way through the prison, as we did before, where he opens the doors and leads you face to face with Marty's prison cell.
Oh.
Okay.
You should see little Ica just sitting there. Oh.
And he's gone.
I guess although there's still plant life in here, that's totally nobody's fault. That wasn't me or anything.
Chrysanto looks towards you and just, he kind of gives you a look of like, I know this was you.
I mean, it's probably better I don't know how to lie properly.
Madam, as the casting of spells within the walls of another's is seen as very uncouth and in some cases illegal. May I suggest refraining from it in the future?
Okay. I will try not to grow plants in other people's houses.
Excellent. I will remain here while you speak with this individual.
Okay. So she's just gonna slowly walk up to Marty, and it being a distance already looks slightly more relaxed than they were before. Hi.
Maddie kind of looks up slowly, the same look. He's like, Azalea?
Marty. I don't think repeating names is really gonna help much, is it?
I agree. What brings you here?
I'm grumpy and angry, and Thrask said when you're grumpy or angry, it's better to talk than to punch stuff. So I am here to talk.
Sounds like wise words. I wish I knew them earlier.
Thrask has a lot of wise words. He's very book smart. I don't know what other smarts he's got, but he's very book smart.
He's a good leader.
He's a good person. I don't know what he's like as a leader.
I think he's doing
Regla. Regla's the leader.
that he is.
And the Queen Lizard is a good leader. I don't think the king is a good leader.
I wouldn't know about that. It's hard to judge him after what I did.
It's hard to judge him in general, but he seems like he's nice, but the city was ruined. It reminds me of how my city was a little bit, but different.
It also reminded me of Apori. I'm sure it did the same for you.
Apori makes me sad.
It made me sad as well.
Zelia's gonna just plop herself on the floor. She knows she's probably gonna get daggers from Crisanto, but that doesn't matter. She's just gonna sit on the floor. Anyway.
Actually, it would probably be not so much because it's the sort of thing they would actually be doing a little bit of. It's not unusual in the Elven area, so you're actually probably fine.
Oh, cool. Whew. She's like checked too, so she's just like looked behind her, like sweating bullets. It's just like, and when she hasn't gotten like daggers, she's just like relaxed. She's just like, I'm not gonna get hit by this. Okay, that's fine. So, about the events that happened, Ica said they don't really know what happened either.
That's correct. I pulled them away before things transpired. I could give you the full rundown if you're willing to listen.
Zaya's gonna glance at Crisanto to see if he's within earshot.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
My part was going mildly successfully. I was in the quarters for the maids and other staff members of the castle with Madame Bass when Caspian and Ica had approached the room. I'm assuming he got caught by Caspian. I don't know the full story there, so I'm not going to make anything up. We talked. Caspian brought us to his quarters and pretended that the king was assassinated. Beforehand, he tried to strike a deal with Ica and I. Ica refused to believe those words, and so did I. I got angry. I forgot how powerful our god spells are. Caspian sent 3 men after me. They vaporized on the spot.
I see. I heard what happened to Caspian. And I heard who Caspian was.
That's true. You two didn't know.
No, we didn't. We found out by Dunnit yesterday. Dunnit's not happy either. But he's not happy for different reasons. He's upset that Ike is put in this situation, and I get it, because I wouldn't have wanted Cedric to be put in this situation either. Cedric's gone through a lot. He's not a child anymore. But even as an adult, I don't want him to go through this kind of situation either.
I agree.
But I don't want to see you get hurt in here either. We're not, like, really, really close, but, like, you're part of my family?
You can see Maddie
Sure.
trying to fight the urge to not like show any emotion. I appreciate those words.
Like, it's okay though to like. She can see that he's obviously trying to hide his emotions. She's been around a big boy who's been trying to do that when like shit gets rough. So she's just like tapping her leg and being so damn awkward. Like it's okay to get sad or angry or happy.
It's tougher for me. Cause the thing I couldn't tell the kid when I was fighting those guys and I was so angry. He kind of just looks up at her and you can just see this remorse in his eyes. I never felt more alive than ever. There's a part of me that I need to work on. And I think it does need to be punished and locked away for a long time. And I feel that my anger is what led to Caspian doing what he did.
I think. Well, I mean, I can't tell. I don't normally get that angry, but I guess it's kind of like when you go hunting. Some hunters will hunt for the hunt, not for survival. And they talk about it. I mean, my son led a lot of people doing just that. He didn't like those ones, so those ones weren't allowed to stay. And they didn't like him either because he didn't think the same way. But some of them, I mean, they learn. It's just, it takes time. But you don't want to stop being yourself while you're learning. You have friends. You've got us. We can help. We're not perfect. I'm terrible. I have no idea what I am doing. I barely know how to speak. And I just told Thrusk a lie to his face and he believed me. It's terrifying. I don't like Thrusk believing me when I'm telling a lie. I was sweating terribly. Like, I'm sure there's a puddle of water back there.
You can hear just a small chuckle come out of Maddie. Like, oh, seems I've been missing quite a lot.
Yeah. I try to explain things, but I don't know how to do that. That's why I have, so that is a guy over there. I don't know if he's gonna help you get out or not, but, I'm not allowed to fuck up. I mean, she's gonna like, she's gonna sound just like stands over there. She's gonna hide.
When that happens, you see him like lightning fast move his face directly staring at you.
I shouldn't have learned that word. That's a bad word. He doesn't like when I say that word.
I feel partially at fault. I have said that quite a lot on this journey.
He doesn't like when I call female wolves by their title either.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Apparently, it's a vulgar word. I don't know what that means.
You can blame humans for that one. I think they started making it derogatory.
Oh. Yeah, he's here to make sure I don't... Bad word up.
Maddie looks up to him and just gives like a slight nod. It's like, honored to be in your presence.
He bows his head to you in this situation still.
There is one thing that is piercing the back of my mind that I still don't quite understand.
Yes.
When Caspian did what he did, at the same time, everything started to collapse. I don't know if these two things are connected, but I have a big hunch that they are.
I mean, the big thingamajiggy, that thing that was like keeping all the bad stuff out, obviously came down. The king had to put it back up. He hurt himself to do that. I don't really know much about that. We talked to him afterwards. Oh, I don't think I was supposed to tell anybody. Can you pretend I didn't say anything? I'm sure that won't be a problem. Am I gonna get in trouble for that? She's just gonna stare back at
What was it you said? Sorry.
I said he had to hurt the king put the thing up, but he hurt himself for that.
Well, Crisanto wouldn't have known that.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like okay, so I'm not gonna get in trouble.
So it is tied to the king somehow. Wait, he did threaten. He did threaten me, and I didn't believe him. He had a hand in the previous shield, but if that's tied to the king, then I don't understand how he did that.
Well, the king didn't get hurt until later.
No, but okay. There's a part of the story that's missing here that I should have brought in. Someone did get killed that night when he said that the king was dead, and he made himself king. There was a scream, a very audible scream.
Was the scream from like as a manly scream or a girly scream?
Because when it was described, it was a genderless scream. Can I do like a history check to see if I can identify that?
Yeah, sure.
Nice egg.
Thank you. 19.
Remembering back, you remember it sounding it's kind oddly enough, you remember it kind of sounding again genderless. So like no, unusually not anything defining about it. Almost as if, like if you were hearing it from like a again, like there's unusually nothing defining about it.
I'm thinking back, and it's kind of really hard to pinpoint if it was masculine or feminine. It felt like it could have gone either way.
A non-binary screams in non-binary.
Oh God.
I feel so called out.
Yeah, the king yet doesn't know that we're associated. And he doesn't know that I'm the new leader of the elves because I haven't told him yet, and that might be a problem. And then, like, we haven't told him that the rest of us have gods either. He only knows about Ikers, and that's it.
I see. I suppose it's time to figure out what's best to keep a secret and what isn't. Because if all else fails, I've been sitting here thinking I could strike a deal, but yeah, I don't think the king's going to look at me with any sort of mercy.
I mean, at the end of the day, we need you. Well, I should say the orcs will need you because
They do.
You're their next hope at, I guess, a change. Well, in existence. God, why the hell were we given these? This is really, really stressful.
Believe me, I'm supposed to be some sort of hero of my people, and I'm sitting in a jail cell right now.
I mean, hero is a very... I'm trying to think of that word. The word where it's like everyone's version of it is different.
Subjective?
Yeah, that one! It's that one. A hero is subjective, I think, and sometimes some heroes are heroes for one person, but not for another person. And even if you were a villain, you can become a hero.
I suppose I could.
When you're at the bottom, the only way to go is up. Unless you want to dig a hole for some reason, but I don't really know why you do that if you're at the bottom.
You can see Maddie just give a light smile. It's like, actually, I would like to start climbing, if that's okay.
Yeah, I can help you. I can grow more. Okay, no, I'm not allowed to grow ivy in here, but when we're outside and it's not illegal, I can grow ivy for you to climb on.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, Crisando might help.
Hmm.
He's mainly just here to make me not be stupid, but he knows big words, and he got me in here without me having to speak once. So he's already way smarter than I am.
Yeah. Whatever you two can do that doesn't put you or your people in harm's way, I would be very grateful. But please do not put both of yourselves in jeopardy over me.
No, we put, as much as I don't really want to say it, no matter what happens, I'll put the elves first.
I understand.
Yeah, that's what my mom would want, kind of. She says she wants what I want, but I don't know what I want. I want my friends, and I want my people to be happy, and I want everyone else's friends and people to be happy.
As do I. He kind of stands up and gives like the best sign of respect that he could give in that situation. It's like, "Well, thank you both."
Yeah, we'll try not to take too long.
It's all right. It's not like I'm going anywhere anytime soon.
You could train in here. Like, you could get more buff. You could hunt gains.
Maybe I'll give that a shot without trying to cause too much damage.
You get out here level 19.
Oh my god.
Just do push-ups and sit-ups until you're like twice the size.
And Azalea,
Yeah?
I'm sorry I messed up.
I mean, we all mess up. I'm least grumpy at you now.
I'm glad.
But one thing I will say, as much as we want to treat Aika, well, because they're young, I don't think they want to be treated like a kid anymore.
I agree.
Yeah. When a kid can hunt for themselves, they're ready to... Well, I mean, they got to ask advice, but, I mean, we're still stupid and have to ask for advice when we're old, so...
Yeah.
They're old enough to look after themselves just a little bit.
Yeah.
We can just take the more stressful stuff.
Yeah, kids already. I mean, Aika has gone through enough already.
Ike is pretty damn cool. Oh,
He
crap,
is.
I said another bad word. She's expecting just to be like, have things thrown at her at this point.
You notice he's taking note, and you can kind of see that he's making a tally.
Ah.
So, like, Maddie kind of lightens up and just looks at her and he's like, "So, leader, huh?"
Oh yeah, I said that. So I may or may not have been sneaking away from the group and disappearing to the Elven place and then doing a bunch of stuff to make sure that it's okay while you guys were all doing your stuff. That's why I was tired.
Huh. You know, the things start to make sense now.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna, like, tell me off the first time I came back really late with Parahai in the forest.
Yeah, I'm over that.
Yeah, I left. I literally just disappeared and went to home for a bit. I kicked their asses. I mean, I didn't say a bad word. No.
He comes over at this point and hits you on the side of the arm and the back and the arm again, like 4 or 5 times.
Ow.
And then heads on back.
I stood my ground. She's gonna start glaring back at him a tiny bit.
Maybe when we get out of here, maybe we should have a sparring match. I'd like to see what the head of elves does in combat.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever sparred anyone that wasn't a tree.
Ooh, this'll be fun then.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think Thrask wants to try and get in here at some point. I don't know if they'll come with Iker or not.
I'll let that be Ika's decision. Still, it was good to see a friendly face. I tried to get a look at who was across me, and I stumbled.
Oh. I mean, I'm glad the guys aren't sloths anymore.
So that was you.
That was totally not me. I am not taking liability for breaking any laws here while I am an ambassador of my people.
Between you and me, those guards made rounds to check on me, and I saw them eyeball the tree thinking, hey, maybe I could climb.
They could change their life. They can move to my people's place and become sloths for real if they wish.
I feel like you awakened something in one of those guards.
It's a better life.
A little
Ah.
envious.
I'm glad you're smiling again. I know these aren't the best circumstances, but...
Yeah. Still.
Oh, change starts in here. And she just points to her chest.
Yeah. Matty puts his fist across his chest, and he's like, right.
Good. Now become swole!
I will. And he just like goes to the wall and tries to find like a thing he can grab onto and starts doing pull-ups.
Give me a
I'm
strength
super
check.
proud of herself.
Absolutely. 12.
You're able to just lift yourself up.
I really need to start losing weight. Maybe I can do that while I'm here.
You do that, and then you as you're pulling yourself up, you're like the thing that the covering that you've got kind of like pulls up a little bit, like a big gut comes out.
As I humbly request that you look away, please. This is not something a leader should see.
Alright, I'm gonna try and find... okay, that depends. Either I'm talking to the king next, or I am going to find Thrask.
All right. Good luck, and I'll see you when I see you, okay?
Yeah, I'll try and come back so that you're not too lonely.
Thanks.
Yeah, us weird family members are gonna stick together.
Yeah. He smirks a little bit. He's like, take care, Your Highness.
That's never gonna stick.
Yeah.
Away Azalea goes,
Bye-bye.
sorry, gracefully walks
Graceful.
away.
You see Maddie just look quizzically, like, what the hell walk is that?
Just got like bruises on the back of my arms.
Sorry, I've just been obsessed with some of the effects I've been playing with.
Oh, you're fine. I was
I've been
just
sitting
like,
here
oh, look,
watching
he's
them
Long
all.
Cat now.
Oh yeah, I've been watching that out of the corner of my eye, and trying really hard.
Yeah, I keep looking up and I keep seeing changes like, don't break character, don't break character.
I just can't stop thinking about like you as a Pez dispenser.
That's what I was thinking of!
He does look like a Pez dispenser!
Yeah.
Oh my god! That's amazing.
That's our next merch item.
Long leg back daddy.
Damn, where them legs going?
Hold on a second. I know this is like a really heartfelt moment.
I mean, I'm looking forward to people seeing the VOD, and then this is all the response you get. So it's like,
There you go.
heartfelt moment. Look, Pez dispenser.
No,
Oh my god! What are you doing with them legs?
Oh my god.
Long leg Mac daddy.
No.
Anyway, sorry, I'll stop ruining the moment. No, that was really well done. Very well done, everybody.
Thank you.
Where's Taichu?
Huzzah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's some
Everyone's doing
excellent
the
role
thing.
playing this session.
Yay.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it.
Oh, can we squeeze out a bit more? What?
Congratulations, you're all level 19 now.
Let's go!
Wow.
I can
was
finally
thinking
swap
about
some
this
spells I'm
earlier
not
this
fucking
morning.
using.
Yay!
Is this because, like, realistically, one of them's training in a cell, so they would level up?
No, to be honest, you all very much impressed me with the role playing today. You all did very, very, very well.
Yay!
And you've all been through a momentous moment, and including a strong battle as well, so why not?
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm gonna like spend the like next 2 hours like, what do I want to
Oh
use?
yeah. all of us multi-classers have got some issues to work through here.
Heck. What's more optimal?
Mhm.
All right. Well, I think it's probably gonna. I would like to continue, but my eyes are dying.
Oh no, 3 hours is good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Okay.
session.
All right. Thank you everyone for coming along. The next session will be the 21st of March. Are we okay with that?
Yeah.
Should be good.
All right. Fantastic. Very well done. All right. Thank you everyone for coming along, and as per usual, thank you Pat, Essie, Keston, and Amy for coming along and making these characters come alive. Thank you everyone, and we will see you on the 21st of March for hopefully the actual court case.
Hooray!
Take care.